Hi guys. Okay. Hi guys. So come with me to take off my makeup even though I don't want to because it's so pretty. Like I love the black. It just compliments me. I don't know. But yeah, it's literally like 12. It's about to be 1. So I have to take it off. So I use 2 products to take off my makeup. Technically they're cleansers and exfoliators, but it takes it off. But this it's pink. I had such a good makeup day today. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna be so sad. Okay. Let me stop being. Okay. But yeah, then the last thing that I do is put this lavender oil. This is what it looks like on my face, and you'll see. And you warm it up with your hands. And you go like this. To learn the song 6 Feet Under by Miss Billie Eilish. I am trying to practice like finger picking because I've learned chords and I'm pretty okay at them, but I feel like I want to practice switching chords and also just making my fingers more flexible, and finger picking does that. Okay, so it goes like this. Yeah. And then minor to A, E minor, so thumb to the 6th string, play that again, and then back to A, then back to A, and then B. So grateful to learn. And all like this. Okay, so I just need to learn the finger picking. Then I'm gonna practice a little bit more, and then I'm probably gonna get something to eat or figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I'm back home. That was an eventful trip. It was just so cold, and I did all that walking in 8-degree weather. Like I want to show you guys the books that I got from the library. So the first one that I want to show that you guys probably saw in the clip is the Cosmic Symposium, and this is an astrology book, but I just think the illustrations are so beautiful, and it doesn't just use general terms, because I was like flipping through it, and it basically talks about, I'm gonna like, for example, it talks about all the planets, so the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Pluto, Saturn, and like I said, the illustrations are very, very beautiful. Surprised though that I found this at the library. I'm like, okay. This one is called Our Lady of Mysterious Ailments by T.L. Huchu. Ropa is the main character, and Ropa is desperate for money to pay bills and to look after the family, so she accepts a job to look into the history of a coma patient receiving treatment at this private hospital called Our Lady of Mysterious Ailments. The patient is a teenage boy called Max, and healers at the hospitals are baffled by his illness, which has confounded medicine and magic. Like basically there's like this unexplainable things happening that defies science. And then Ropa starts her own investigation, which leads her to the Edinburgh Ordinary School for Boys. And this is only one of 4 registered schools for magic in the in the whole of Scotland. And then basically there's like something mysterious going on with the headmaster that she basically can't really explain what's going on. So I'm pretty sure she ends up doing her own investigation, and as the reader you end up finding out a lot. I love these kinds of books where like it's not necessarily a slow burn, but they give you a story and it's like you're uncovering the truth piece by piece. This one, I'm not gonna lie, it was red and it looks so pretty. Like, I don't know, and it has like roses and ravens. I didn't even notice or crows. So this one is called The Crimson Crown by Heather Walter. I remember this one is about Snow White, I think. It says, legends tell of a witch who became a queen, the heartless villain in the story of Snow White. But now the wicked queen is stepping out of Snow White's shadow to become the hero of her own legend. Her real once upon a time begins when she is just Aleph, a young witch who lives in the forest with her coven. The witches practice their magic in secret, hiding from the White King and his brutal war against witchcraft. But yeah, and then long story short, we basically find out there's a lot of things that happen, a lot of things that escalate, and I feel like it's gonna be a good story because we get to see like the villain's point of view, or why she did what she did, hopefully why she did what she did to Snow White, because I feel like this is like before, like this is like who she was. So I think it's gonna be really, really, really interesting. My prediction is that the king, because you know how she's a witch and the palace is against witchcraft, so I feel like the king and maybe the queen have something to do with Snow White and her. Like, I feel like she's gonna get caught up or get in trouble or something, and they're gonna tell her like the only way you're gonna be able to get out of this if you do this and this to Snow White. That's my prediction. Or look at her blood guard, and then look at the crown with the flower. I think that is a rose, and it's white. This right here, it has a sword and like these leaves. It's white, and then it has red as well. It's so beautiful. Okay, oh yeah, so this one is like giving Hunger Games but way more fantasy. Oh my god, and then look at this, just look at it. Like, look how beautiful. And if you know, you know I love red, and I don't intentionally pick my books out because of the color, but it was just so pretty. How could I not? And then look at this. Okay, but yeah, so like I said, it's giving Hunger Games but more fantasy at the same time. Basically this guy, the main character, his name is Leaf of Grey, and he came to like this new land volunteering to fight in this arena, and there's like these tournaments and only the strongest survive, and he's doing it for his dying sister to help her. I guess he ends up going through a lot of obstacles or challenges in the arena, or whatever the case. Ends up meeting Maeve, and this is an elven royal who is everything he despises. But yeah, definitely go take a look at it. And the author is Ceci Robson. Well, actually, this is not that bad for me, because usually I will be coming home with like 9 books. But this time I did very good, and I only brought 5 books. Okay, that's because I have 3 books in the house, so I was like, I'm not gonna get too much, because then I'm not gonna finish it. So this one is called The Night the River Wept, And I really love the cover of this as well. It's very giving very like August vibes. It says Arlene, I'm guessing is the main character, has lived in a small town on the edge of nowhere, Georgia, her whole life. Oh yeah, so she basically I remember the storyline because I was reading a little bit of it on the train. Basically, Arlene lives in this small town in Georgia, and she's married, and she's having trouble having children, and she has a miscarriage. So her and her husband are having a lot of trouble. They're having a lot of arguments, and then one day she applies to be it says that she takes a part-time job bagging evidence at the local police department, but I feel like she's gonna end up playing a bigger role when it comes to investigating, like detective. And like I said, I really love these kind of books. Reads over old cold cases, and one in particular fascinates her: the mysterious deaths of 3 young brothers murdered on Deck River, followed by the death of Mitchell Wright, the prime suspect in the case. Arlene becomes obsessed with the case, and with the help of the police department's receptionist and a family friend, she sets out on discovering the truth. I just know that this one is gonna be a good one, and I feel like it's always the person that you never expect. Like, it's always the person that you never expect. So yeah, this one I just know, and the author is Low Patrick. Hey, and then you have Midnight Bargain. This one also very beautiful. So this one, the main character, her name is Beatrice, and she's a sorceress who practices magic in secret. In the time setting, there's a lot of like misogyny going on to play their role as like mothers and being in the house, and men are the one that hold the magic. There's like a whole group of women in this book that are more so like rebels. They just be doing like everything and anything that they want. And so she got into practicing magic, and one day wanting to be like this magistratum. But in order for her to do that, she has to it's like her family has some sort of debt. But yeah, her family has some sort of debt. Has to find a way to release this debt, or else she won't be able to be this magistratum. And also her family wants her to marry, but and she starts expressing how like that's not really her. Like, she doesn't see herself in the house having kids or having the partner that her parents want her to be with. She wants to discover herself. She wants to practice magic and to learn a lot of wisdom. And so I feel like this book has a lot of potential. But not least, this one is also just has its own beauty to it. It says, so obviously Charm, a wicked Cinderella tale. It says, in a kingdom far away, a downtrodden young woman is rescued from a life of drudgery by her fairy godmother and whisked off to the Princess Bride ball in an enchanted carriage and a pair of sparkling slippers. But in Sarah Pinboro's wicked retelling of the classic tale, nothing is quite as you remember it. And there's no like summary of the story, and I love that. I feel like literally anything could happen. If you ask me, I feel like instead of her getting a prince, is gonna be a princess. Like, this is gonna be a woman to woman love, just because I don't know why I get that vibe. And literally, like, look at all the details, like even behind. And then this is the bookmark, and this is the reason why it stuck out to me, because of the bookmark, because it's red. And I was like, oh, that's pretty. And yeah.